Welcome to Germany vs. USA, and today we're going to talk about the Dutch.
So we want to talk about Dutch stereotypes, and the first thing that comes to mind, me as a German, it might not be an American stereotype about the Dutch, but it is probably a German stereotype, is the word KÄSKOPP.
Cheese.
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 Because the Dutch are known for selling a lot of cheese, usually like the yellow cheese, not like the French kind of like morbid cheese, but like the yellowish Gouda or Emmental.
See, I always think of like Swiss cheese and like French cheese, and don't really think of like Dutch. But when I do think of like the Dutch, I think of like cows and wooden shoes and farming, and so I can see the cheese. I'm gonna go stereotype number one, true.
Oh yeah, a lot of cheese.
The Dutch love their marijuana.
Well, they do. It's you can sell it, you can buy it there.
But it's not as prominent as maybe like Americans think it is, because they've changed a lot of laws recently, right?
They've tried to ban, basically, try to make it difficult for foreigners to buy weed in the Netherlands, but they failed, I think.
Oh, they did?
So foreigners can still buy weed.
I mean, of course, you have the Amsterdam, and when you think of Amsterdam, you think of like, you know, coffee shops, smoke weed, the red light district. Right. Even other cities you've not been into. I mean, you can go in and, you know, they have marijuana. So yeah, it's definitely a true stereotype. But it's not. I mean, they're trying to work to change it a little bit.
Right. They basically change that image of Amsterdam or the Netherlands.
Yep.
The Dutch are tall, blonde, and have blue eyes. They are tall. I think they're like the tallest, for sure the tallest nation in Europe, and I think even in the world.
I know they're tall. I'm trying to think of some of the Dutch I know.
Like, it's probably like the blonde is a little bit like the Scandinavian stereotype. I don't necessarily think all of them are, or a lot of them are blonde, actually.
I don't either. I know there's some Dutch communities in the United States that fall into that stereotype. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, when I've been in the Netherlands and stuff, you see it, but it's I think more Scandinavian than the Dutch. So I'm gonna say not as true.
Except the height, they're really tall.
Yeah, they are tall.
So every Dutchman or Dutch woman speaks English.
I mean, obviously not every single one of them.
Oh,
maybe
everyone.
Everyone, yeah, okay.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that
because every time we've been, it's never been a problem.
Right.
But I mean, it's kind of like a baited question.
Right. Their movies are not dubbed, so they will have the spoken English, if it's an American movie, or will be English, and then they will have the subtitles in Dutch, perhaps. So a lot of them are used to English, and I never came across a Dutchman that didn't speak English. Actually, really well, also.
Yeah, they do really speak English well, and it's also because Dutch sounds really funny.
Actually, Dutch is a funny language.
It does sound funny.
Which is another stereotype, that the Dutch language sounds, even for me as a German, like German is not a pretty language, I'd say necessarily, but the Dutch is it's just
it sounds like German with hiccups sometimes. Every Dutch person has at least 5,000 bicycles, if not more. True.
Very true.
Very true stereotype. I mean, they have a ton of bikes.
Yeah.
Like, you go by like a bike rack or just anywhere, you just see them just piled on each other. Which, I mean, that's a good thing. It's awesome that they, you know, ride bikes so often, but there are so many.
And I think actually the Dutch have the highest bike per person ratio in all of Europe. And
if someone actually took that stat, good for them for spending the time on that, but also I'd agree.
And then actually that leads us to another stereotype that the Netherlands is very flat. And that is very true. We Germans always make fun of the Netherlands that we have to flood them, because actually big parts of the country are below sea level. So, and, you know, because it's all flat, you can always take your bike anywhere.
I guess. Or you could take a car anywhere, all flat. But, you know, to each his your own. Amsterdam equals the Netherlands.
It's a little bit like in France and Paris, where people would think, they will say the Netherlands, but they will think of Amsterdam. Yeah,
or also with Holland, people will say Holland, but like not every part of the Netherlands is Holland. Holland is a region of the Netherlands, and I don't know. I've enjoyed places outside of Amsterdam that we've been, more so than Amsterdam. But Amsterdam catches such a different rap because it is. Yeah, it's known for the drugs and then the red light district. But it's a very pretty city. Yeah, and there is there's a lot to do there. But yeah, Netherlands is a little more than just Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm. One stereotype is that the Dutch are stingy or they are cheap.
There's only two things I don't like in this world. People are intolerant of other cultures, and the Dutch.
There's in the US,
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. In the US, there's a saying, never trust the Dutch, right?
There is. Do
you know where it comes from?
I don't. I probably should look this up before we start talking. I don't. Every Dutch person I've ever met has been very nice and friendly.
Same here.
I've never met like a stingy Dutch. Well, you know what? I take that back. I do take that back. Sometimes the Dutch can be a little stingy.
Okay. I never came across one actually, but yeah. Like a Dutch person in general, I never came across a Dutch person, so I don't know how they are.
Yeah, so no.
No, I haven't had like any stingy experiences with them.
Yeah, no. Overall, I have a very positive attitude towards the Dutch.
Yeah, me too. Good people.
Always good experience.
The Dutch people eat a lot of fried food. I think that's true. I mean, they will not exclusively eat fried food, but they will fry a lot of things. I mean, the same like kind of with Belgium, how they have really good French fries, but they fry a lot of stuff. I think it also counts for the Netherlands, where they will have a lot of deep fried food.
I don't know. I honestly don't know this one. Automatically when we read this one, it made me think of Belgium and like putting mayonnaise on French fries.
Mm-hmm. Dutch will do the same.
Yeah, and the Dutch do the same, but I just don't know. I'm going to say
I think this is like a shared stereotype between Belgium and the Netherlands, I think.
Just lump them together. They love fried food.
Belgialand.
The Dutch love their windmills and, of course, their trailers.
I think the windmills that's a very like international stereotype about the Dutch, that they have a lot of windmills.
Yes.
I'm not sure about the trailer thing. That might be rather like a European stereotype. I'm not sure if Americans have that. You have it because I told you, right?
Right. I have it, and also because I've experienced last time we were in a traffic jam, you were like, the Dutch, it has to be a Dutch. And then we like pulled up, and sure enough, a trailer had fishtailed, flipped, and caused a huge traffic jam. So yeah,
you'll see a lot of the trailers on the German Autobahn are going to be Dutch, and so that is a true stereotype. They love their
little gypsy trailers too, like just little very small like RV trailers.
From an American point of view, they're gypsy trailers. For a European point of view, they're just normal trailers.
Yeah, gypsy trailers.
That's it about the Dutch stereotype. Leave more in the comments if you want to, and don't forget they like gold. Ask Austin Powers.
Y'all take it easy.
Cheers.
Back it up.